And we are live. Welcome to the Monday Mastermind. We are so glad that you are here. We've got a really jam-packed session today, and we have got so much information to share with everybody here. I just want to go through the panel quickly so they can say hello and how they're doing. So we'll start off with Pops because he's on my left here. Pops, how you doing? Everything all right?
Everything is great. We're in a fantastic campground. It's nice and quiet until we started the generator so we could get on this. Fortunately, there's only one other camper in the campground, so we're not bothering too much. They're quite a ways away. But everything is going absolutely fantastic. We're going to be out of here in a few days and move on to another spot. It's awesome. And of course, we're going to try to be sure that we're going to be in an area where we can get connected to the internet so we can join everyone and keep sharing stuff. We're working on our blogs hard and the videos and getting stuff out.
Awesome.
Great.
Thanks. And that's great. Jamie, how you doing, buddy?
Dave, I think you're echoing.
Am I echoing? Seriously?
I think somebody is. I hear it. I hear.
No, I ain't echoing.
Oh, maybe it's me. It's me.
Oh, blonde moment. Jamie, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. It's the workshop went pretty good Saturday. Oh, I'm sorry. Things went pretty good Saturday, and I've had a pretty good start of the week. So I did have a little confusion today that kind of threw me off, but that's all right. Katie straightened my brain out. Nah, the monkeys are gone, so I got it all straightened out. So
awesome, man. And Katie, how are things going with you?
Sorry for that pattern interrupt. It was actually an echo in my side. So everything's great. I haven't been able to reach out to key people. So I just want to say, actually, I just want to say hello to people in the comments real quick, which is Maria from the Netherlands. She's so famous. So follow her on Facebook. And then Joe Whistler. If you ever want to know about the weather, go ask him. And Joe McKenzie. He is a cool dude. Go follow Joe McKenzie. That's awesome. And then Bobbert. I always call him Bobbert because it's Bob. We call him Bob. But then his profile says Robert. So I'm like, Bobbert. So he'll be right back. But it's nice to see him in the comments too. And Pops. Hi, Pops. I see you in the comments.
Awesome. Thanks, Katie. And I know we're rushing through everybody here because we've got so much to get through today. And we're going to be covering a very, very important subject today. And the whole hangout in this hour, we're going to be covering on how to actually get videos up on YouTube. That's the main topic today, on how you can actually do it, what software you can use, how easy it is. All right, but there are some things that I want to talk about before we get into that, just so everybody has an idea from where we're coming from. And something happened to me today that I want to share with everybody. And I've been dealing with a person who is hard of hearing. Okay, she battles to hear, nearsighted, really struggles with the online game. And my heart goes out to her because I understand what that's like. I got a dad who's hard of hearing. My mother is losing her sight, and I've got a friend who's had we had a heart attack, and so I understand that there are battles that people have to go through, and my heart really went out for this person because I wanted to help them, and I thought to myself, what could I do to actually help somebody like that? Now I'm sure everybody here would agree that that is something that obviously would be a great thing to do, is to help somebody else with their journey online. But before I get into that, I want to explain something. I may not be hard of hearing. I do battle with sight, by the way, because I only see in one eye. But I have other struggles. Like, I live in South Africa. I live in a third world country. I can't use paid advertising to get to get people to notice me. It's very difficult for me to do that because I'm blocked on certain sites. I can't use Craigslist. I can't use Bing advertising, things that would really help me jump up business. And, you know, especially 4 years ago, that was a huge obstacle for me. And the other thing that really I struggled with was the amount of money I needed to get started, because $150 to me back then was a tremendous amount of money. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because ultimately everybody has a battle. Everybody has a struggle. I don't care who you are, you've got some, you may have some reason where you may struggle to do something online. And so I was thinking what I could really do is maybe what I could do is get these videos that they're battling to see and put them up on YouTube in an unlisted form, and then get YouTube to fill in for the subtitles so people who are hard of hearing can actually see what's being said in the video. And I thought that would be a great thing. I thought, wow, you know what? Maybe I should get into this. This is something that could really help people. And then I contacted somebody who's a 7-figure earner, and I was asking their advice. And the immediate response was, no, don't do that. And I was a little bit taken back, but then I thought for a second, and I was thinking, what does this person mean? And I went online again, and I found another 8-figure earner who made a video quite strangely on this very topic about people with disabilities and people that are struggling. Maybe they're bedridden, maybe they have a condition or something. And even though this person isn't disabled, but they were saying something like, if you are in a position where you find it hard, now remember, find it hard, it doesn't matter what your situation is, hard of hearing, nearsighted, maybe you can't walk, maybe you're bedridden, maybe you're in a third world country, maybe you deal with money, it doesn't matter what the situation is, you have to work 10 times harder than anybody else. 10 times harder than anybody else. And it's your responsibility to do that. And if you're not willing to do that, this is what he said, you're being selfish. And the only reason he said that was because I had to think about my situation and say, you know what, there was nobody else that was going to help me succeed except me. And I think everybody watching this understands that concept, that ultimately it is you that has to put in the hard work. And as a result, I decided not to go for that option, because here's the kicker. Even if I made a magical website that was there for people who were hard of hearing, who were blind, I had a Braille thing going, and it was a super website version of My Lead System Pro, whatever the case we were doing, even if I had that option, how many people would actually go through it? Because the stats are that only a small percentage of people actually do it. I battle with people who have full sight and complete hearing and everything at their disposal. In a first world country, have money at their disposal, and they still don't take action. See, ultimately, I cannot change people's actions. The only thing I can change is my actions. And so it's my responsibility to let people know this. And I don't say this because I'm trying to be mean or horrible or I'm disingenuous. I'm saying this because I needed to hear this when I first got started. So when I was told, no, I shouldn't actually do it, I suddenly realized that, hell, that's exactly what I was going through. I didn't get a handout. I got a hand up. Somebody pointed me in the right direction. And if somebody is willing to make something work, believe me, they would make a way. They would make a way. So I want to talk about the power of video in my slide here. I want to talk about the power of video and how powerful it actually is. People always say to me, why is it, Dave, that people always contact you? Why is it that people are always trying to email you and ask you for advice on how they can actually elevate their business to the next level? And I cannot give them any other answer but the fact that they have seen me on a video somewhere on YouTube, on Facebook, somewhere out there. That is how they reach me, because video is so powerful. There's a saying in this industry that says video is king. It is the most powerful way that you can reach people. I promise you that. And so what we want to do here today is to give you an actual account of how you can actually make your own videos. All right, this is what I want to do, because I've had a lot of people in this last week, about 7 or 8 different people ask me, how can I actually make video? How can I do it? So what I want to do here is I want to give you every way that you can, well, not every way, but very easy ways that you can actually utilize. So Katie's going to share with you something, but before Katie does, I want Pops to have a few words here. And Pops, if you could just talk to people about probably the biggest obstacle about making video, and that is to actually get yourself on camera. Can you explain a bit how to get over that? And then after you, we'll go to Katie. You're muted.
I think the humidity is doing something to the mouse and other things here. At any rate, I want to start at the end and go to the beginning. And the end was that I just did it. I just decided that if I'm going to do anything in this industry and becomes any kind of success, I had to just do it. And when I first started out, I was deathly afraid of the camera. I have no idea why. I still don't know why. It was just that I would know what I wanted to say. I'd had it all figured out. And as soon as I clicked on the camera to get going to record, I froze up. I'd break out in a sweat. Seriously, I'd break out in a sweat. Sometimes my mouth would go, but nothing would come out. And it was really, really a dilemma. And it took a little while to get over it, but I finally did. And Katie was trying to egg me along, or not egg me along, but help me along by actually being there and standing on the other side of the camera and said, okay, Dad, just talk like you're talking to me. And that did help somewhat, but I still would just blow it. And then I made some of the biggest mistakes I made was I would try to do it over when I finally was able to say what I wanted to say, rather than just publishing it. Because starting it over, you just kind of, it doesn't really come out the same, and it's okay to make mistakes. And actually now I feel as if you do and you publish it, other people are going to be comfortable with that, in that they can help, you can help them get over their fears by saying, you know, they'll realize they're not the only ones, and if this cat can do it, I can do it. So I just dove in and finally got over it. And I would be fine, like if we sat in a panel like this and I talked in front of the camera, I'd be fine. When Dave was kind enough to invite me on the panel. But once I knew that other people were out there too, I was kind of like a mute guy. You know, I just didn't have a whole lot to say. And of course now I'm diving in quite a bit here and there, especially when asked. But so it was just go in and do it. Just do it. Jump in with both feet and keep on moving. Don't look back, and don't think about necessarily how it's going to come out. Just do it, publish it, put it out there. I know I've talked to other people and they said that they have videos out there still on YouTube, and they said it's the funniest and crappiest stuff they've ever seen in their life, but they leave it there. And I finally did that too. Pretty much just dive in.
Thank you, Pops. And I got to say, he's absolutely right. Your videos, the only way you're going to get better at it is if you keep on doing it. You know, there's an expression in the fighting world that people who know how to fight only know how to fight because they've been in 100 fights. And it's because their first couple of fights are useless. They're terrible. But, you know, Fight 99, and I knew a guy who had over 20,000 fights, and he was a king fighter, but he was so good at it because he did it so many times. Sorry about the analogy, but you get what I'm saying. You do it once, you do it twice, you do it 100 times, you're going to get much better at it. Now, with that being said, I want Katie to say a few words about how it is she actually, because she does videos, but she does it from her phone, which I found amazing. And if you could share that with us, Katie, that'd be amazing.
Lag in here a little bit, so here. So with the cell phone, people ask all the time, okay, like what is the best camera we can use in this industry? And it's the cell phone, because not only is it like the technology is really great with cell phones. I mean, this is a cheap phone and it still has a really great camera, and I can use this a lot. But you can just do a quick video. I'll show you a secret. Is do you ever go to like a thrift store, or you can go to the dollar store, and you can actually buy what's called a, you guys can kind of see that it's a plate holder. It's just supposed to, like, if you like something, or a frame holder can be that, so it sits on a surface, actually hang spot, actually set your cell phone that a lot. So this is a really cool way of being steady when you want to see it. But when I'm done and online, I track files from my phone. Am I choppy?
You are.
Okay. I transfer my video files from my phone into my computer by using, like, every phone comes with a charging unit that actually unplugs from the charging unit itself, and it's a USB. So you just do that, plug it in your laptop. Say okay to file transfer, so that will pop up. Can you guys still hear me, or am I kind of choppy?
We can hear you.
So I transferred. So this is my process. I'm actually walking you through. So I do file transfer, and now I'm going to share my screen. I hope that works. I forgot how to do that. How do I share my screen again? Oh yeah, not Zoom. Okay. So let me just see my screen, right? Can you see my screen?
It froze up.
Oh, can you hear me talk? You guys can't hear my screen, can you? Okay, with the lack of internet, let me just put my phone closer to the. We have a wire, a booster. Try this one more time.
It was actually sharing, and then it's
okay. All right, let me try it one more time. Can you guys see and hear me?
Yes.
So I'm on my desktop file, and my phone is plugged in. I got an LG Stylo 2. So then I just open that up in a new window. Oh my goodness, my internal storage is almost full. Okay, so then I go into my internal storage, go to, hello, where'd you go? Oh, the DCIM. Then I have two different cameras that I use. Open Camera is an app that I opened up, that I downloaded onto my phone, which actually, you should just download it and just play with it, because it actually allows you to set a certain exposure, and then you can lock that exposure, which is pretty nice because most cameras don't have that. But let me go to camera and see if I have anything in there. Nope. Let me go to Open Camera. Nope. Sorry about that. Hold on one moment. I was trying to get the video of the bear. See, I have an extra SD card for more storage space. So I take lots of videos. So here's the video that I did. It's an MP4 file of the bear that we ran into today, which is interesting. So what I do is I just click on that and I drag it over to my fancy free RV file. So I like to keep things organized. So now that it's transferred, I can either delete it on my phone here. I hope that's not lagging. And then it clears up space in my phone, right? So then I take the new file here in my computer, right click, and I have a software free for Windows 10 or any Windows, I think, probably, but I have Windows 10. But I can open with Movie Maker, which is a really cool tool that I can work offline, and I can edit the video. So being that I have like maybe several shots that I've made or different angles that I've played with while I was videoing, which I didn't hear, it's only 12 seconds, I can actually play with that and add videos. Let me just grab a longer video. I'll just do a train, drag and drop. And this is where I can edit. Now, I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to do Movie Maker. I'll probably should make a tutorial and put it on YouTube. But this is my process. That's just the point. So then I can just do my editing, and then I can save it onto my desktop, and then save it as a movie, and then I can upload it to all my social sites. So that's my process.
And that is that's as simple as it gets. And here's the other thing, guys. If you're watching, please understand that if you're struggling with something like how to use Movie Maker, you can always go to YouTube and type in how to use Movie Maker for Windows 10. You can always do that. Or say now you got the file now on your computer and you want to learn how to upload that on YouTube. You just type in YouTube how to upload a movie on YouTube from your PC. You just type that in and you'll find something out there. There are literally hundreds and thousands of people that have made videos, and it's just a case of finding that right video so that you can understand it. With that being said, I want to go over to Jamie, and Jamie's going to explain his process on how he makes his movies.
Well, I have several methods to my madness, and you know, I use my just throw my phone. Just I use my phone occasionally too, but you know, I know Katie's got to be foaming at the mouth because I just seen commercial for Samsung Galaxy Note 8. You know, and I'm even interested in getting a Note 8. You know, so that'd be awesome to have one of them. So, but I use the Zoom tool that we all use and get on different Hangouts and stuff with. I use Zoom because it renders faster. So if let me share my screen. I have to turn off my camera because Zoom won't activate my camera. All right, so go into Zoom here and start with a video, and then there you're in Zoom right there, and all you got to do is go down here and hit record on this computer, record your video, then as soon as you're done, hit stop recording, and then you're done. You know, and then let me exit out of Zoom here. And as soon as you hit in meeting for all, it'll start rendering on your computer.
I'm not sure we can see the actual Zoom.
You probably couldn't.
Yeah, we can just see the dashboard.
Share your screen again so you can actually see the Zoom.
Okay. So you want to, can you see let me see.
Just take it out of share mode. Yeah.
There you go. How's that? So here I am in the Zoom meeting, you know, and you just go down here at the bottom, hit record on this computer, and then you record your video, you know, and it don't give you a countdown time or anything. You just start recording, you know. So as soon as you hit record, be prepared to speak, because if you don't, you're gonna have a little lag in there. So, and as soon as you're done, just go hit end meeting, and then it'll say end meeting for all, and then your Zoom will render on your computer. And then as soon as it's done rendering, you got an MP4 file on your computer, which I'll show you that. I don't have a file open. Let's see. There we go. File Explorer. If you go into
if you could just explain, Jamie, how you get it from your desktop onto YouTube, for instance.
Okay, just.
Yeah, that file is a little tricky to find.
It's under Documents, then Zoom. And if they'll click on Zoom, then all these are in here. You go in and find the MP4, and then you just go into YouTube. And I got YouTube open over here. Go into YouTube and you hit upload.
We can't see it.
Why not?
Can we see it? I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Oh.
Probably not. See, this is why I use Zoom, because Google's share screen is terrible. But you go in, you can drag and drop your MP4 right here to upload, or you can go over here and hit upload and bring you the same screen. You can click on it and go find your MP4. Actually, I just open it and drag it and drop it, you know, and then I've already uploaded that one, so I don't want to upload it again. But that's the fastest way to go it. And then I have some other tricks and stuff that I'm not going to show you tonight on YouTube, but I also use Camtasia as well. The only reason I use Zoom to do it is because Zoom renders a lot faster when you're done recording the video, and that way it gets you your MP4 faster. Now, if you want to make a specialty video with titles and, you know, subscreens and stuff like that, I use Camtasia. And let me share back with Camtasia. And here's a video I made the other day, and the cool thing about Camtasia is you can take, like that video I just was going to upload to Zoom. If I brought it into Camtasia, I can go in here and I can split it. I can pick on the video right there, and then I hit split right there and split the video. And then you can add call outs, or you can add zoom in feature, or you can add music in the background, or you can add transitions. You know, so there's a lot of different things that you can do with Camtasia, and the same thing with it. When you're done with your video, you just hit produce and share, and it spits out an MP4, and you do the same thing with it. You upload it to YouTube.
So I have a question, Jamie, if that's all right.
Sure.
You're saying that Zoom, I don't remember, you have to have an internet connection for Zoom, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I think I clarified that for options. If you don't want to work on the internet, or if you don't have internet access for the moment, kind of like if you live in a third world country or something and they kick it off for some reason, you can actually work with Movie Maker. And then also what Dave is about to show you too, which is awesome. You can work offline.
Yeah, that's why I use my phone in Camtasia too, because, you know, if the internet's down, then I can't use Zoom. So.
And it really is that simple. You know, we're not trying to complicate it. Most of the stuff that we have learned ourselves, we've done because we've struggled to actually get there. So and if we don't know how to do something, we can probably work it out if we just fiddle a little bit. And I know that Jamie loves to fiddle, and that's how he learns a lot. But if you're someone as impatient as I am, and you don't want to go through that fiddling stage, you can just go on YouTube and say, how do you use Movie Maker? How do you use Camtasia? How do you use Screencast-O-Matic, which I'm going to show you right now, which is, in my view, probably the simplest way that I can think of. And in fact, when I first got started online, I used this program, Screencast-O-Matic. And you can just type it in on Google, Screencast-O-Matic, go to the page, download it, install it on your PC, and you're good to go. It's that simple. And so what I'm going to do right now is I am going to share my screen so everybody can see what I'm doing. So tell me if you can't see all my screens. Just let me know. I'm going to share. So this is Screencast-O-Matic. You see this? Just give me a yes.
I said yes, but I was muted. So.
Okay, cool. All right. So when you go to Screencast-O-Matic, all right, which you can find very easily. You see, I actually just did a search for it right there, and I found it. You go to the website, and you can actually either start recording straight away on your actual PC if you don't want to wait to download the program. If you've got like a super fast connection, it'll work just as well. Or you can actually download the program like I have to. And so I go to Screencast-O-Matic over here, which is the program which I'm going to run now. Give me a second. Can you see my screen moving?
Yep.
Okay, hold on a second here. I gotta go and find it now because I never actually set it up properly. Give me a second. Screencast. Where the heck is it? Spelling it wrong, I know that. Did I even install this program? I'm sure I did. Somebody else talk while I find the program. I'm gonna stop sharing while I find the program. Give me a sec.
You were just using it a few minutes ago.
Yes, I know. I just want to show what the actual program looks like.
But like Dave is saying, there's many different ways to get your medium recorded. Phone. You can set your video camera up on a tripod if you got a video camera. Webcam, I have a webcam that's plugged right into my computer. Then I have another webcam on another computer, so I can turn I use a Logitech C920, so I can take it and put it on my other computer and have dual webcams going at the same time. So
okay, I'm back. All right, I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, tell me if you can see actual Screencast-O-Matic software. I'm going to share my screen. You should be able to see it. I'm going to share. Wait a minute. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is what it looks like when you start up the program. And this version gives you the ability to use your camera. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to disable my camera on the actual Hangout, and then I'm going to load it up on this so you can actually see me on the screen, if it'll work. Because usually these programs don't like it. No, this one isn't going to work for some reason. When you click on this button right here, you will see in this square your video come up. And it's very simple. You just choose your camera and what you have, and you can click on this button and you can start to record. And then this will start playing, and you can start recording your video. Now you can't see my camera, obviously, because it's being used by the Hangout, but you'll be able to record on here. Once you've finished your recording, you can click on pause, and then after you finish, you can click on done. Once you've clicked on done, it's going to render what you've done. What is going on here? Boy, talk about the jinx in the armor. Anyway, once it's finished, it'll come up with a window that will tell you that all you need to do now is to load up your video. But it's not working right now. So I guess I'm just going to have to talk through this now. Hold on. Sorry about that. I know that wasn't as smooth sailing as you want it to be, but in all sincerity, that program is very, very simple to use. Obviously, it's not working properly because we're using this Hangout, but we want to make it possible for everybody to kind of be in a position where you can use either Zoom, Screencast-O-Matic, use it on your phone. If you want to use Movie Maker, you can use that as well. But if you're struggling with how to use these programs, just go online and type in on YouTube, how do I use Screencast-O-Matic? How do I use Movie Maker? How do I use Zoom? How do I use Camtasia? How do I upload a video from my camera? It's all there for you to see. That is as simple as we can make it. Now, what I want to do is I want to ask if there are any questions that somebody has. If somebody's got a question and they would like to ask, now is the time to ask it. So if we can say a question, that'll be really cool. I know there's a slight delay, but if somebody has a question.
I just wanted to not clarify, but give why I like Screencast-O-Matic as far as recording devices on my desktop, is that when I'm doing tutorials, Screencast-O-Matic is got a couple of cool features that I love, which is when you're walking through a process, when you are recording, you don't see it until it's actually uploaded and saved, that when you play it back, there's actually a yellow ring around the mouser, and you can actually, people can see where your mouse is moving. I love that. Another feature that I absolutely love is that it has the option for you to do the webcam and share your screen. So when you're actually doing like a tutorial or something or a how-to, your image of you, of yourself, in the bottom right or left or wherever you want to put it, and people can actually see your screen and you talking at the same time, which I absolutely love those two features. So Screencast-O-Matic is a cool tool.
It's a very cool tool, and that's how I actually started out. When I first got started, Ryan told me to use Screencast-O-Matic, and I didn't know how to use that piece of software. And I didn't have to, because whenever I asked Ryan, said, how do I use it? He said, just go on YouTube and type in how to use Screencast-O-Matic. And I would do the same thing. And believe it or not, that instilled in me the idea that whenever I find something, I have to learn how to use it myself. And believe it or not, guys, the reason we say this, and I say this because you are going to get to a position in your business where you have thousands of subscribers. And in these thousands of subscribers, you're going to have 1,000 people asking you, can you tell me how to use XYZ program? And if you're not instilling a culture of work it out for yourself, then you are going to be babysitting. And that is the last thing you want to do. And I've explained this I don't know how many times, where when I first got started, I was keen as hell to do everything for everybody. And I would go online and be the support guy and everything. And I would log into people's PCs and help them set up and get everything sorted. And one particular case, man, I helped this person all the time. Every time. I even got to the point when I was pressing record on their computer so they could speak. And then they would say whatever it is they need to say. That was the only thing they did. And then we would upload it. I uploaded the video. I actually downloaded the video and rendered everything for him and put in the splashes and made his video and put it up on YouTube. And as a result, he got views. And he even got a couple of opt-ins. But 6 months later, after not speaking to him, he asked me again to do exactly the same thing. And then a year later, he asked me again to do the same thing. And this is what not installing the culture of working out for yourself does to people who are on your team. I will help anybody as far as I can, but I need to know that they are 100% committed to working it out for themselves. There is nothing like self-teaching. Yes, Katie?
Yeah, there's definitely good things about self-teaching for sure. We do have a couple of questions in the comments. Bob was asking, and I would actually love to go through the whole panel because I know we all have different answers and different processes that we went to. It's a good question. How many takes, right? Is that the question? Like how many takes do we do before we, on average to do a video? So when I'll just go ahead and answer real quick, is that for me, I'm to the point where I just do I can do one take. Yeah, I may mess up on my intro a couple of times, but I just keep going because I can edit it out later. So in the past, I would have to just keep starting over and make it perfect. But then I realized that in editing, you don't have to have it perfect. And also, even if you don't want to edit perfect and just show all your mistakes and just get your message out there. So it is different for everybody. Just know that it's not always going to be perfect. But if you guys want to take on that question.
Jamie, or Pops, you want to answer that?
When I started, it was a lot, and then after a while, it was maybe a couple of times, and now I don't take it all. Even if I screw up, I just say, oops, I screwed up. This is what I meant. And again, the reason I do that is to help people feel more comfortable doing their own videos, realizing that no one's perfect. And I'm not a newscaster, I'm not an actor, I'm just some dude out here sharing my stuff, and that's all it is. I'm just like everybody else, and I'm not a perfect person. So, and Marie has a question after we're done with that too.
And 99% of the time, I don't edit. If I catch myself stumbling or something, boy, I just really screwed that up, didn't I? And I'll just keep rolling. So, I mean, if you don't edit your videos, and don't go in and edit out the mistakes and stuff, that shows you're real to people, and people will like the authenticity. Well, I can't believe I spit that word out right. But, I mean, there's times I'll record something. That's why I said 99% of the time. Once in a while, I'll record something and I'll go back and listen, because I always listen to it before I upload it. And I'm like, I don't like that. So I'll just delete. I won't edit it. I just delete and I'll re-record it. But it didn't happen very often because, when my mentors, everybody knows who my mentors are, and my coaches and my sponsors and all that stuff. So they told me just roll with it, just record it and get it up there. So that's what I've always done. So the only thing I really edit is when I put together a video like I did for my show last week, introducing my show. And it seems like everybody liked the brain on the toilet that I put in that picture in there. Everybody thought that was cool about the brain dump, but that's the kind of videos you want to edit. You don't want to edit a how-to video or something like that, because you want to show that you're real.
I will say this, that when I first got started online, the thing that kept me going is that I just did a video and moved on to the next one. I did a video and moved on to the next one, because I was so hungry for getting my material out there that I didn't stop. I would fumble, but I would carry on, just like Jamie said. However, I will say this. When you start going into training and learning things that really do make sense to you, and you want to get that across to other people, another process I have is I start going over the video in my head and talking to myself sometimes. Sometimes I'll be driving and I will actually start out my video and I will say what I'm going to be saying. So I'm like a mad person in the car just talking to myself, because I want to get concepts through. And when you want to teach something, when you want to hit points and you want people to understand what you're saying, you've got to present yourself in a succinct manner. But I don't suggest this if you're just starting off. You've got to get to a place where you're comfortable enough to speak. And then once you start learning more and more and more, when you start filling up your mind with good material that you understand, that's when you start to practice what you're saying. And I will have a few takes now. I might have a few takes. I'll do a video and I won't be happy with it and I might do it again. But I rarely do more than 3 takes. I rarely do more than 3 takes. And but if I want to do something like a presentation, or if I'm doing a proper capture page or a proper sales page, then I might work on it. But I have this thing in me where if I decide to do a video, I have to get it out there. I don't just try and quit. I keep on keeping on. I don't stop until I have it out there. So each of us have a different process. But that's what I would suggest. If you're first starting out, make the biggest mistakes on the planet. Just put your content out there so people can see you actually doing something. You don't have to, you know, confidence comes with knowing your information and understanding it and being well equipped with what you have. Once you know that and you become confident, you can speak with more authority, but that only comes as time goes on. So when you're on video 1002, you know, then you probably have a good idea about how to actually talk in your videos by learning. And this is what we say, you're always learning, because you'll learn how to speak, you'll learn how to present. So little things like if you're making a video on how to make money online in South Africa, and in fact, if you go on YouTube right now and you type in how to make money online in South Africa, I'm right up there at the top. And I say, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to make money online in South Africa, because that's why people came to hear what I have to say, right? And then I go into the struggle that I might have had, or the reason why I didn't think I could do it, so people can identify with what I'm saying. They get to a place where they understand what I'm talking about. Then I provide solutions, and I tell them what's going to happen. And you learn that as you go on and making more videos. So any other questions, Kate?
Maria was asking if YouTube is the only platform that you put the videos, or are there social media platforms that you share your videos with or on?
ohmyhat.com/you will not believe it. What you need to do is go to YouTube and just type in video social media platform, and you'll see a list of 20. There are so many places. YouTube is just the top, but there's loads of them out there. And I mean, you can do it now on Facebook. Facebook is big into video. There are tons of them right now out there you can find. I couldn't name all of them if I wanted to, but same thing. Google's your best friend. Where can I post my videos at? Top 10 places. You will find them. Create an account and start uploading your videos. That's what we all do. Absolutely, you can.
I'll just go ahead and say that where I put my videos is everywhere that my audience is. So if it's a short video like that bear video, I'll upload it, I should today, onto Instagram. Okay, because I do have followers there. And I have a Facebook group that I own, so I post my videos there. I have a fan page that I own, so I post it there, and it's called repurposing your content. So you show up where you want your audience to find you, and that's where you post it. Who cares if it's the same video? That's repurposing content. And I email my list and saying, hey, I just made this new video. Go ahead and check it out. For me.
Anybody want to answer?
Well, Maria was asking for a repeat on what you're searching on Google. Was that videos on social media?
Yeah, if you just go to YouTube and type top 10 video social media platforms, you will find them. Or top 50, top 100, top 1,000, you'll find them. There's so many out there. and you're taking full advantage if you're using all of them. That's why people invest so much time in posters, or so much money in posters, because you can literally post to 100 if you have the money and the resources to do that. But I didn't. I couldn't do that. I had to physically do it. I had to go and find sites out there that would do it.
Yeah, I just searched video hosting sites and it's like, oh my God, look at all them.
There we go. Video hosting sites. Excellent.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to do as well. I usually put it on my fan page, and I put it on business page, and that's about it. You know, I don't put them in pages. I don't know why. I should. But absolutely going to search that out and start implementing that big time.
I usually put mine on YouTube on my fan pages, and then I have a Vimeo account. I'll upload them to Vimeo, but Vimeo is the only other site I use besides YouTube. I mean, there's just so many out there. You just spend all day uploading videos to, you know, video hosting sites. And actually, the company we're associated with has hosting account that you can plug in and upload your videos to their hosting, and you can add them right to your blog posts and stuff like that. So,
and I will say that videos that look, YouTube is the most popular. It's most popular because there's a lot of people on there, but people forget about the other ones as well. So you know, so don't do yourself the disservice of not using them. YouTube is just the most popular, and you can find so many places. Top 10 hosting, or in fact, here's another one. Type in sites like YouTube. If you just type in sites like YouTube, there's an actual search term, sites like YouTube, and that will list them all for you. Any more questions? I'm looking for the questions.
I got one. I got a question. What do I record my videos about?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And in fact, thank you for reminding me, Jamie, because I wanted to talk about that for a bit. So here's where
before you talk about it for a bit, can I?
Sure, sorry.
I interrupted Dave.
No. Go for it. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, real quick, there's a delay on it really bad, but I wanted to say the really quick answer is that what do you want to video about? Well, what are you gonna learn today? Bam, mic drop. Then you can video about that. But Dave is gonna have a better answer, so go ahead.
No, I mean, Katie said it best. Whatever you're learning, you want to make videos about. That's true. But I will say this. That I will give you a couple of giveaways right now. Couple of giveaways if you're inside of My Lead System Pro. It's just an example. I'll give you a good way for you to get traffic. A very simple way for people who are wanting to learn how to run their business online. If you can just think about the state that you are in, that county that you are in, that towns that you are around, the places that you visit, why not start a stream of videos like I did, because I did this for a load of videos. How to make money online in South Africa, how to make money online in the UK. I even made a video called how to make money online in the US, how to build a business online, how to build a business online in the US, how to build a business online in Massachusetts. You can go through scores of ways that you can reach people, but that is just an idea. Now, let me give you an idea of what you can do, which I can share, and I have actually prepared this so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen once again, and this is something I was teaching Can't shit like. Tell me when you can see it.
Wait for it. Okay, we can see it.
Can you see it? All right, cool. This little bar up here is probably the best thing in the world for you for keywords, all right? So if you just type out, and this is, whenever you type out something like how to build a business, ohmyhat.com, look at all of those. How to build a business, how to build a business from scratch, how to build a business empire, how to build a business plan, how to build a business that lasts 100 years, how to build a business website. There are so many options. How to build a business online. Here's another one. Let's see. How to make videos for your boyfriend, for your business. That is a search term that people are looking for. Let's see. Can I start a business while on disability? Oh my frick! Look at that. Of course you can. You see, believe it or not, this is how most people get their YouTube videos ranked, because they're doing this type of thing. This is the quickest way where you can utilize YouTube keywords. All of these are keywords. Every single one of them are keywords that people are actually typing out in Google on YouTube. And now look, you can go and invest in programs that will help you find keywords that have higher keyword search terms. And there's even a keyword tool for YouTube that you can buy that will help you with volume. But this should be blowing you away. Let me show you something. How to start a online business in South Africa. People are typing that in YouTube. Let's have a look. As soon as my internet catches up with me. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Maybe, oh boy, this is embarrassing. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it wasn't said exactly like that. Hold on. Hold on. How to start online business. What was my search term? What was it? Does anybody know what my search term was?
I think it was how to start a business in South Africa.
No, I said online. I know I said online business.
I thought it was how to make money online in South Africa.
Oh, yes, it might have been that. It might have been that. Hold on. How to make money online in South Africa. No, it's not that. I should actually make a YouTube one for that. How to make money online. Boy, I hope. There I am. You see? There I am right there. I've got 13,000 views on that video. That is the search term people are typing into YouTube. Do you have any idea how many opt-ins I get from that video alone? It's crazy. 30,000 views. And all I did was I took this keyword here, how to make money online in South Africa. That is my main keyword. Then what I did is I put there how to make money online in South Africa, how to make money online in South Africa with a link here. I put 2 links here because so it's seen easily. And then I just write something down here as well. Just pepper it with a couple of keyword phrases. And then my tagline will have this keyword right there and a couple of other ones that are a little bit different attached to that. And that's basically how you get a YouTube video ranked. Believe me, it works. And I've made an entire long video on this particular process, but it can be done, right? That's just one sample of it. I have a video online that has next to 200,000 views on a keyword. So never underestimate the power of it. And here's the thing, people are saying, well, I want the right keyword. I just want to do the right keyword. No, no, no. You just keep making them. You keep making them. And when you keep making them, you'll strike one that'll just go crazy. And then you'll strike another one that'll just go crazy. And that's how you build your online presence online. That's how people find me. Is that helpful?
Very.
I just did a search on how to make money while traveling, and some gal popped up living in a car, top 10 ways to make money while traveling. 6 months ago, she posted she has 153 to 140 views.
So the proof is in the pudding. But the reason people don't pursue this is because they run for a short while. They don't see any results in 2 weeks, and then they quit. I never got the 200,000 views on my video because I just did it for 2 or 3 weeks. I did it for a month. And the same with Kate with her videos. She's got thousands of videos on her, thousands and thousands of views on her videos because of the content she put out there on keywords that she's made. That's how you do it. And that's how you get views. All right, Colleen, I'll behave myself. I think, we're going over the hour here. I think we'll just close it right now. But if you guys want to say any parting shots before we get off here.
I'm good. I actually learned a few things myself.
I like it. And actually, if anybody right now is struggling, you can come talk to me. I won't scare anybody, I promise. But seriously, yeah, you can reach out to us and we can help you out with that.
Yeah, and we're not trying to say, please don't get this wrong, we're not trying to say that we will not help you. We understand that everybody here that's listening to us, most people that we know here, we know most of these people and they work really hard in their business. And very rarely do they ask us anything. But when they do, they really need help with something because they're maybe not understanding something. And it just takes a little bit of a little tweak and they get it. It really is, it's not that difficult. Pops, you want to say something before we go?
Yeah, happy videoing, everybody. One thing, Joel, that I was wanting to say to you was that looking in the camera and thinking about talking to yourself about what you learned, it kind of reaffirms what you learned. And everyone should take note that you should look into the camera rather than at yourself. And think about, like I said, talking to yourself. Reaffirm what you learned to yourself, and it'll get out there to everyone. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks.
Thanks, Pops. Katie, you want to say any parting shots?
Oh, I said it already. Come find us. We'll help you.
And anything else there? One last thing, Jamie? Just to.
Nope. Same for me. If you guys need help, reach out to us. We're here for you.
Cool thing. So, we hope this has been helpful. Guys, we'll be here same time next week as long as my power is still around. I almost never was going to be on here because the power just went out to my whole block. So we had no power for a while, and I thought, goodness, because whenever the power goes out, it takes like 6-12 hours before the power comes on. But thank the Lord, we had power, and obviously somebody had pulled the wrong switch or something, and put it back on. So I was very grateful for that. But with that being said, we will see you same time next week, and don't forget Wisdom Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have our new panelist on joining with us, Mr. Wade, Dr. Wade himself, and and don't forget Jamie's hangout on Thursday, and Maria and Sonia on Tuesday. That's tomorrow at, I always forget the time because, what is that, 4 p.m. Eastern? I think it's 4 p.m. maybe. You can correct us if we're wrong there, Maria. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.